I was getting a PhD in psychology 14 years ago, and it it wasn't going well. Some of my experiments weren't working, and I started to think more and more about pizza making. I built a brick oven in my backyard at the time, and I just got really passionate about pizza. Meanwhile, my childhood best friend was looking to change careers. He wanted to start a food truck in Philly. I was in Boston at the time, and he kind of just propositioned me to join him in this food truck idea. And I knew I had to do it, so I finished my dissertation, and 3 days later I moved back to Philly, and we started a food truck together called Pitruco. Pitruco kind of sounds Italian, but it's a totally made-up word. It's a portmanteau of pizza truck company. It's kind of like authentically inauthentic, like we are. Like, we'd never been to Italy when we started this truck, but we're trying to make a really authentic Neapolitan pizza, and kind of end up with, something that's more like Philly Neapolitan, which is very us. So yeah, the truck is 13 years old, and we opened here in the food hall when they redid it 6 years ago. Our truck is still going strong. It's still kind of the beating heart of our brand, and we've done a couple other projects over the years. We've partnered in opening a restaurant in Fishtown that's still open called WM The Herons. We ran a little pizza pop-up up the street in West Philly at a bar called Smoky Joe's. We kind of turned their kitchen into a New York style pizzeria called NJ's Pizza. We don't run that anymore, but I think we can still get our pizza there. And yeah, there's now 2 locations of Pitruco, hopefully a third on the way in the following year. I really like pizza. I really like the craft, and I feel like the craft of pizza making is like an infinitely long quest that you can always keep getting better at. So part of what I love about showing up every day is just practicing that craft. And I also really like working with a team. There's something very social about this work, and it feels really good to be a part of something with other people who are also passionate about, doing a good job. I think I'd be described as kind and friendly, passionate about food. I think one of the most salient things about being a friend of mine is knowing my interest in food and making people happy through food. There's something very social and connective about food to me, and I also just spend a lot of my life thinking about how to make things delicious. Philly continues to have this identity as an underdog city. I grew up here, and so I feel like Philly is like a family member of mine. When I left for 13 years, and I just stayed connected, and a part of me knew I'm gonna come back. I don't know how, but Philly will be home for me. It's my second university city endeavor, and we've really connected with the Penn student and academic body. I feel like this is a really good home for us. People get what we're trying to do, respond well to the food, and yeah, we continue to grow here. We're so glad that we ended up planting a flag here, and the student body has been really good to us. There's a couple bookstores actually that I love. Last Word, especially when I was at NJ's Pizza, was like a second home in University City. Super cool owners and really well curated. And I spend a lot of time in Barnes & Noble still.